In the West, having a tan is often seen as a sign of beauty and healthy living. In Asia, though, it's become the opposite. Young women are bombarded with magazine adverts and TV commercials, all proclaiming the benefits of white skin. Indeed, it's hard to find a beauty product these days that doesn't have some sort of skin whitening agent in it. But some are questioning whether the fascination with white skin is becoming an obsession, and one that could spark health concerns. Susan Yu has the story.
It's a tradition that hasn't faded over time and is part of a long-standing belief in Japan and China. Geishas, performers, and brides have painted their faces white to embody beauty, grace, purity, and high social status. There's even an age-old saying that one white can hide three uglies.
Many Chinese ladies like to have fair skin because there's a saying, 100遮三醜, which means if you have fair skin, you can hide up a lot of other defects in your skin. And that's why, many people like to have fair skin.
KWAI is one of them. The Hong Kong fruit vendor works outdoors and worries about her skin becoming dark. She uses a whitening agent every day.
Being white is prettier. Look at the women in northern China. They're very fair, but in Hong Kong, women aren't so fair, so they feel more pressure to have white skin.
And the pressure is on, not just in Hong Kong, but throughout Asia, where the popularity of skin whitening has exploded in recent years, especially in countries where women are generally known to have dark complexions. In India, whitening products have become a $150 million business, with the market expected to grow by at least 15% this year.
It's taking its impact on the women now. If you go to any shopping mall or any department store, look at here, everything is about whitening stuff. It is indeed very popular in Malaysia. Over the last 6 months to a year, it has become, the talk of the town. Everybody talks about it. You see any line of products, you'll see it's with whitening agents, such as this. See, there's nothing goes now without the whitening agent.
This is pretty high-end.
Yes, it is. It is. Even the gift packs are now, even in the moisturizers, we can't get without any whitening agent. Everything is with whitening agent.
SHRIKA ARUMUGA is a rights activist. She's a prominent member of the Malaysian Indian Congress's Women's Committee, which opposes the negativity being sold to consumers about having dark skin.
What we think is basically a woman should enhance herself in otherwise academic, intellectual, mentally alert, not into wasting their money onto some kind of this, hocus pocus thing like whitening, skin whitening cream.
White Plus, Dior Snow, UV White, Essence. These are just a few of the scores of whitening products on the market. The whitening phenomenon in Asia has put the cosmetic industry in the black, making it a multi-billion-dollar business. But critics believe some companies have gone too far, with their ads promoting racial and prejudicial beliefs against those with dark skin.
There's a couple of advertisements I saw on TV that portrayed that a dark woman, after using this cream, she had got a job opportunity and all, which I think it's undermining a woman's potential.
The Malaysian Indian Congress has petitioned the government to scrutinize advertisements to make sure they don't oversell their products and distort their messages. As the government ponders over the petition, one group has decided to take a stand on the issue on stage. The Instant Cafe Theatre, known for its politically incorrect satires, staged a play called Mass Hysteria.
What prompted you to do a satire on skin whitening products?
Well, there had been some ads on TV for some skin whitening products. The infamous one was one where a young lady who works at the LRT station is ignored by this guy she fancies because she's dark. But as soon as she uses a skin whitening product and becomes more beautiful, she immediately gets noticed.
We contacted several popular cosmetic companies that sell whitening creams throughout Asia to try and find out more about their products and how they market them. Not one was interested in discussing the matter with us. The issue has become a sensitive one.
Subsequently, there was a bit of controversy in the paper about this ad, and some people responded saying it was demeaning, and other people responded and said, oh no, it's what people are looking for. People are looking to be whiter, so we're just a reflection of society.
Or is it? It's a competitive market out there, with companies resorting to unconventional means to get their products noticed. Roadshows like this one in Singapore have become part of the strategy for companies to peddle their goods. But some believe consumers are being left in the dark about the potential hazards of such products.
Some aren't just worried about the social and cultural implications involved with skin whitening products. Doctors fear that women in general aren't aware of the health risks involved. Last year, nearly a dozen women in Hong Kong were hospitalized for mercury poisoning after using skin whitening products made in China.
Oh, it's not really a surprise. In fact, this is a well-known folk remedy for bleaching our skin. But mercury products cause a lot of trouble to both our skin and sometimes to our kidney, and that's why in most countries it's banned.
Dr. LEE TZE YUEN has seen many patients whose skin have been damaged by whitening products.
We say that most bleaching agents for the skin can cause mild irritation, and in some patients the reactions may be very severe. They may have sudden onset of severe redness, itchiness, and sometimes even fluid comes out from the face.
Some products have been found to contain not only mercury but lead, acidic chemicals, and even steroids, which can all leave permanent white and dark spots on the skin and cause damage beneath the surface.
Some preparations may have steroids. One of the examples is what we call the Kyme's formula. There is some steroids inside. If they use it for too long a period, they may have thinning of the skin.
Doctors say religious users could also be at risk of liver and respiratory problems. Safe and reputable whitening products are available, but can be expensive. So consumers who can't afford the high-end brands often turn to cheaper and lesser-known products without realizing the risks.
Women use products made in China because they're cheap, so they just go and buy it. People really have to be careful.
Last year, 2 commonly used brands in Hong Kong were found to have mercury levels exceeding 9,000 to 65,000 times the allowed safety limit set by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Health authorities warn that the more potent the whitening cream is, the greater the risk it poses for the user. It's advice, though, that may go unheeded, as pressures mount for a growing number of women who believe they might have to be more white to be more marketable at any cost.